Well, we're up in the Silver League, so we get to use tiers 8 and 9 ships. I brought the tier 9 Minegumo. Minegumo is an interesting Japanese destroyer. She can load out with two different sets of torps. She can either have torps that'll go out, I believe, 6.5 kilometers, or she can switch right over in just a few seconds and have 15-kilometer torps. Anyway, we are on the Sleeping Giant map, and this is an arms race battle. We have 2 DDs, 1 cruiser, and 3 battleships on each team. Each team has a Russian cruiser, so that means 12K type radar. I'm asking the Ostergotland which way is he going, but looks like he's headed right over there toward that buff in the eye of the giant. I thought I'd give him the chance to take the backside if he wanted, but alright. I'm going to head on up the 8-9 line and try to work the buff that I see over in front of me. Well, when you are in ranked battles, it's a great idea to have a good destroyer. And I feel like the destroyer is actually going to make or break the way this battle goes. If you can take out the enemy DDs, you've taken out their eyes, their speed, their ability to cap, or in the case of this battle, take buffs. Much harder for battleships and cruisers to do that. They are constantly spotted and they'll be focus fired. However, being out here just within Kronstadt's radar range is not healthy for me. Kronstadt's radar is not especially long-lasting, and she has heavy-hitting guns, not fast-firing guns. She already has her radar going. The problem is if somebody else can see me, and there is Kid Kazi. Doggone. Now that is not what I wanted to see. Kid Kazi can do a lot of damage to me in a hurry, and he definitely is. Okay, sooner I can get away from this radar. Their Kearsars are sending airplanes to spot me, but now they can't see me. Okay. Well, they got almost half my health, though, in that exchange, so that's not doing me any favors. Move on up here and take this buff. All right. Increased HP buff. All right. Well, let's see here. Don, I don't know if you're stuck in that rock, or if you're just going to sit there, but if you just sit there, you're going to take a torp. Okay, well, if I had known Iwami was coming right around there. Oops, sorry, Palm. Okay, just threading the needle here. I would have saved a torp for Iwami, but Iwami has her own torps. Okay, good. Got a torp with a flood in the Kronstadt. And he's not running his DCP, his damage control party. Okay. Well, Palmer was able to back around safely. Oh, Kronstadt's already come up with another radar. Okay, well, I know that Kitakazi's out there and he's going to be shooting at me. There he is. Ugh. Okay. Out of that. Now I'm just going to hang out here, take this buff. So a lot of times the battleships will end up doing the most damage, maybe getting the most kills. Cruisers, I like driving a cruiser a lot, but they do not tend to be the determining factor in who's going to win or lose the battle. So often it comes down to the DDs. Whoops, and we just lost ours. But Kronstadt's down too, so much for the radar on their team. Occasionally, I will bring a Pommern into battle, into ranked battles. I do like Pommern, although she's not as effective as she once was. She used to be the master of the universe in terms of her secondaries and all that. Just working on this Kearsarge a little bit. But that role has been taken over in the last couple of years with the new ships that have come in. Los Andes being notable in that line. But Pommern is still quite a brawler. Okay, the Kitakazi is just behind me back there. He's going to either be coming out here or putting torps into my smoke. Okay, we've just about got Kearsarge down. There. Good job. Well, there's somebody's torps. Now, there's Kitakazi. He's going to be coming into my smoke. Okay. I'd like to switch over, but there's not that much time there, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw my torps. Oh, dang, Kitakazi was able to get our Donskoy. I'm ready with my guns. Oh, Pommern's calling us all noobs. Well. Okay, got him. I was hoping for that because if I had to use guns, I was going to have a hard time with him. Okay, well, anyway, the one cap that all of us are going to be fighting for has appeared. Our Kearsarge is in here. I'm inside it. Both of their ships are inside it, looks like. They have a Jutland and the Los Andes. That Jutland is very healthy. Whoop. Okay, just driving under the carcass of that ship. Alright, well, I will get up here and try to help as best as I can. The advantage is definitely on their side, though. Okay. Jutland got chunked for a little bit there. Not enough, though. Alright. Send my torps at the Los Andes. I am pretty sure Jutland is going to try to torp the Kearsarge. There go the torps. Yeah, doggone. Alright. I'm on my own here, and this does not look promising. Although Los Andes took my torp. Okay. Well, Pommern, you're kind of upset there. You did your job. You did a good job. It doesn't get any more rude about that. I will remember him for Christmas. Okay, Ashigotland saying that I can outgun him. Maybe. I think he's a little healthier than I am. And he gets a heal. I don't. Okay, I have switched over to... There are his torps. I've switched over to my short-range torps. They're very, very fast. Okay, well, there's a buff up north of me. I can't remember which buff does which. This would give me a little extra health. That would be nice. Looks to me like that's where he is headed, actually. Alright, since we're looking at a replay, you can't tell it, but our team was actually ahead by a bit. Now we're tied. It's actually going to come down to one of us sinking the other one. Hopefully I can take him out. Alrighty. There we go, and that gave my team the points, so that was worthwhile too. Subtracted 20 from them, gave me 20. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. I want to keep him on the other side of the island so that I'm not going to be taking his torps. There he is. Okay. He is a little healthier than I wanted him to be honest. Oh, okay. Well, I did not do as much damage as I would like to have done. Now, let's see. There he is. Okay. I'm a little forward of him. I shoot a little faster than he does. I think I got him. All right. Whew, good deal. Well, that worked out. Good thing. Okay, well, I did end the game with over 61,000 in damage, and that was based on 46 main battery target hits, 3 torpedoes, destroyed 3 ships, lit 3 fires. Those 3 torpedoes all caused flooding, had 4 spotted ribbons, and then picked up 3 buffs. And that all added up to give me top of the leaderboard with 1,702 base XP. Not too bad overall. And Kearsarge hung in there. Pommern, though, I think Pommern actually did the main part of the job. So comps to both. And I picked up well over 500,000 in potential damage. So there were a lot of shells and things being thrown in my direction there for a little while. And I brought in over 600,000 in credits, 2,500 in in free XP, 7,000 in ship XP, which doesn't help the Minegumo, but the free XP helps everybody. 13,000 in Elite Commander XP, though, and that's all good too. Minegumo has this interesting setup of two turrets, one turret up forward with two barrels, and then one turret in back aft with two barrels, and then her two torpedo launchers with looks like 4 torpedoes each in them mounted amidships. Oh, there's another turret in the back. So we have 2 turrets in the back, nothing else hiding up front. So that sends out a total of 6 shots downrange of these fairly lightweight but pretty fast firing shells. So I have a base reload of 6 seconds, and that was able to finish off the Jutland. I actually had my misgivings, but it worked out. I probably wouldn't have done too well if I'd ended up on his broadside where he could get all of his guns in action, but worked out for me. All right, well, I am running Yamamoto as my captain, and one of his special skills is grease the gears. That allows me to keep my guns on target, even though I am in motion, twisting and turning, trying to avoid things. Although I have thought about switching over to the main battery, the preventative maintenance. I have not tested that out, though. I might need to test it out on public test, which is going on right now. So maybe a little later on, I'll give that a go and see if I feel that it's more of a help than having the grease the gears. The main thing with this is that I use this on he's the captain for Shimakaze, and so I'm not set up special for Minegumo. I'm set up for Shimakaze. Make sure she does her best. However, I am set up as a torpedo boat, and that works just right for Minegumo. And then my consumable specialist gives me back my smoke and speed boost a little bit faster. And then I am running last stand in case I get clunked. I can still move along a little bit. And I have survivability expert for the increased HP. Concealment expert helps to bring that conceal down to 5.4 kilometers, which is way low. And then radio locate, because you have to know where the enemy is and what they're up to. And that helped me out a lot when I was looking at where that Jutland was. All right, I have all my main DD set up here. Main armaments mod 1, engine room protection, and then set up for the torpedoes so that they're faster traverse and less chance of getting knocked out, and faster torpedoes. Propulsion mod 1 so I can scoot forward and back and help me avoid incoming fire a little bit and maybe avoid taking torpedoes. Concealment systems mod 1 combines with the captain's skill to get that concealment down. And then torpedo tubes mod 2 along with all those other captain skills makes me a total torpedo boat rather than a gunboat. However, her guns do all right too, and that worked out. Although it was close. It was very close. All right. Well, I am happy with the way that worked out. We are in the Zipangu port. It's springtime here and springtime in Japan under the shadows of Mount Fujiyama. And we have the cherry blossoms floating around us. Very peaceful scene here. Very, very pretty. All right. Well, we're going to call this one. So I wish all of you a good evening, and I hope to see you in battle.